People, welcome to episode number 19 of Unpredictable. Once again, I'm your host, John Orsino, and to be completely honest, I have zero clue what the hell I'm going to be speaking about today, but I felt it was necessary for me to, hop back onto the podcast in front of the camera with my microphone and really share some of the things I've been dealing with the past couple weeks. So first of all, I just wanted to give you guys a quick apology. I've been dealing with some personal issues the past couple weeks that required me to step away from a few of the priorities, including this podcast. I think it's extremely important for people to understand that, if you're going through something pretty difficult in your life, that it is okay to take a break. It is okay to take a step away. What is important is you don't completely quit at what you're doing. Okay? Again, you could take a step away, you could take a break, but go back to what you were doing. Reset your mind, reset your mindset, your whatever you got going on, I don't know. But come back. Okay, that's what I made it an absolute point that over the past 2 weeks when I had time to really, reevaluate what's important to myself, I knew that this was the most important thing that I had going on. And, although it was extremely difficult for me to finally sit down and do this, I still know in the back of my mind that, I can take these breaks once in a while, and that's something I'm going to touch upon later on this episode. But I can't quit at this. For all of you, again, it's okay to take these small little breaks. It's okay to take that step away, but make sure you return to what you were doing. Don't completely give up, because you really don't know what's on the other side of that door. And that's something I will preach to the very end. All right, you don't know what is waiting for you until you absolutely give it a shot. So again, quick sorry, lo siento, all that good stuff, but I'm back. I am back. This is great. Again, no idea what the fuck, sorry for cursing, no idea what I'm talking about on this episode. So I have my handy dandy notebook to my right here with a few of the topics that I feel I want to touch upon, right? I'm sure everyone's, excited to hear what I've been up to. First and foremost, I believe it was 2 weeks ago from this weekend, right? Because I am currently shooting this on June 25th. It's a Friday, so yes. 2 weeks ago, my older sister got married. Okay, for all my listeners here, I'm not sure if you've had a family member get married, but let me tell you, it was one hell of an experience. It was fucking immaculate, to see my older sister with such a smile on her face, pretty much all day, all weekend, made my, it made my life. It was one of the better weekends of my life. And, you saw my sister in the previous episode, Dr. Nicole. She was a very vocal and active during my recovery. She was always very focused on my own happiness. She was always very focused on my own well-being. So to finally see her so, focused on herself, for once in such a long time, to see her really concentrating on how happy she was, and to see the people around her so happy for what, for her day, for her wedding. And it was so eye-opening for me. Words can't really describe the feelings, the emotions I had during this day. I probably shed a tear or two, for my sister, because to finally, all that I've been through, everything that I've been through, that we've been through, she kind of went through it with me, although she didn't experience, what I had to do. She wasn't laying in the hospital bed. She gave up her own time to stay in the hospital with me, to walk me to therapy, to sit in my therapies with me, to do this, to do that, blah, 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 all that good stuff. that she truly, 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 and I mean this times 1,000, she truly deserves to be the happiest person in the world for forever. You know, I'm just so thankful for her and everything she has sacrificed to put me in the position I am today. Because if she didn't do what she did over the past 3 years for me, there's a good chance I wouldn't be here. You know, it was through her sacrifices, her efforts that have, you know, paved the road for me to continue doing what I love to do. And that's to inspire and motivate, you know, on a consistent basis. So seeing her being so happy, seeing her smile, you know, throughout this whole weekend was really fucking awesome. I'm extremely grateful that I was able to be a part of the groomsmen. Her new husband, I was going to say boyfriend, I am shot. Her new husband, Vance, who is all time. He should be in the starting five of the All-Star game. This dude is great. I had the opportunity to sit with, you know, his best man and his other groomsmen, people he had grown up with, awesome group of people that, you know, I'll be friends with forever, in my opinion. They were all studs, you know, and it was, again, just a phenomenal weekend. I was super happy. I'm super happy that I was a part of that. And I'm just so excited for the future for them. And, you know, whatever unfolds, you know, congratulations to the two of you. I hope you watch this. I love you both. Fantastic stuff. Another thing, actually, during the wedding, we had the party. Believe it or not, I've never been to a wedding before, so I didn't know what the hell was going on. I mean, believe it or not, you know, I was the only person, you know, who had a balance issue. I was the only person at this wedding who couldn't really walk a straight line without having to think about it. So out of all the fucking people in this bridal party, whatever you want to call it, I alone had to walk down the aisle 2 times. One time down with my mother, okay, which was fine. Okay, I'm happy I did it. It's my mom. I love that woman to death. Okay, walked down once. Then I had to skedaddle around the whole ceremony and meet up with my 2 cousins and walk them down the aisle 2 times. I don't know who set this up, you know, but out of all the people, the person with the brain surgery, the person with the balance issues had to walk down the aisle twice. Amazing stuff. You can't make it up, right? Ironically enough, I was not the only person at this wedding who had brain surgery. Okay, one of Vance's, my sister's husband, one of his groomsmen, one of his best friends growing up, his name was Tommy, had brain surgery also. It was amazing because, you know, I really don't meet someone every day who had a surgery, you know, as serious as I did, and you know he had a few of them. So for, you know, to hear somebody else's feedback, someone else's experience, that really gives you a good perspective on a lot of different things. So Tommy, if you're listening to this, if you see this, dude, you're all time. All right, it was great meeting you. Okay, you made my weekend meeting you, dude. But other than that, I didn't know that you had the reception and you had the ceremony. I thought those 2 things were the same thing. Am I the only one here? Apparently, the reception is the party. I just called a party. What's going on here? It's called a party. But anyway, the party. Okay, I was able to, you know, see some family members and friends and family members that I hadn't seen in, you know, 3 years. I haven't seen them since before my surgery. And most of these people had reached out and they had followed my recovery process and they were inspired and motivated by what I've been doing. So it was incredible to be able to speak, finally see, you know, hug, shake their hand, and share different stories with these people. It was really eye-opening. One specific person who had always reached out, was always super interested in how I was going about my recovery. And they too were also going through recovery themselves. So they were always, they always kept an open mind on how to properly, go about, overcoming certain obstacles in their way. So to finally sit down with this person and to share different stories, different ways I work out, whether it's therapy or how I, carry myself in the gym or, daily life, and also learning about how they go about things, how they, how they go to work, how they go to the gym, whatever it is. It was just an awesome perspective, and it was also awesome seeing the smiles, seeing, what my hard work is finally generating some type of, some inspiration, some motivation, some genuine feeling, some genuine emotion. When someone finally comes up to you and says, I've seen what you've been doing, and it's truly inspiring. That's why I do this. That's why I sit here, okay? And that's why I speak in front of a camera. I don't want to make it seem like I'm chasing the bag here, okay? I'm not looking to make money or anything like that. I can actually care less about any type of monetary, materialistic bullshit. What really makes me happy is seeing my experiences, inspiring others. That goes way deeper than money will ever go. That is, I've had an episode on true wealth, and that is the exact definition I would put next to that word, true wealth. All right, money, none of that shit matters unless you are inspiring others. At least that's the way I look at things. But the wedding and seeing these people, it was truly great. It was an awesome weekend, and it's something I will never ever forget. So next up in my little notebook here, I wrote down, it's 3 words that that really knock me off of my axis zone. That really, it really, 0 to 100 real quick. That type of shit. This is something that maybe a normal individual, this might not bother them, but this, 3 years of hearing these 3 words has truly left its mark. And it's 3 words that I absolutely fucking hate. I mean, listen, if you're listening to this bullshit, do not ask me this. Do not, because I'm going to have the most sarcastic remark to you, or I'm probably going to just lie to your face. It's one or the other. I mean, I guess it all really depends on how I'm feeling at a specific moment of time. These 3 words, are you all right? All right? I want you guys to really think about those 3 words, for a normal person. Are you all right? You could have scraped your knee. You could have a small headache, whatever, any type of sickness, fatigue, I don't know, whatever you're feeling. For me personally, and someone else might be feeling the same way. Someone else might have some type of mental illness, some type of, anxiety, depression, social disorder, I don't know, something you're battling that's behind closed doors, that's invisible. So maybe you can kind of feel this on some type of different level. But when someone asks me, all right, I just want to clarify what I really feel. If someone really asks me this question, usually I would say, yeah, I'm fine. I would lie. But let's just 99% of the time, I'm not all right at all. There's I don't think I've actually been all right since June 3rd, 2018. Now, that is the day before my brain surgery, if you guys aren't fucking mathematicians or nothing. But let me just go over a few of the things that explain why I am not all right, okay? Let's dive into it. All right, I have double vision. Can't see properly out of my left eye. It's almost like I'm drunk 24/7. it's extremely, extremely, extremely discouraging. Okay, it's a pain in the ass. Imagine having your camera and it never focuses. You'd probably freak out. Okay, can you imagine how I feel? Okay, it's my eyeball. It's literally, I use my eyeball every day. Now, I also understand that there are people who are blind, people who don't have sight in one or both eyes. Now, I'm not discrediting anything that anybody else deals with. That's never my intention. It never will be. But you have to really think about it on a different level. There are some people out there who deal with something that is so above, your way of thinking that you kind of let it slip away. You're kind of take a lot for granted. The things I would do to have my vision back is, I'd pretty much do anything. I would risk everything in the world to be able to see properly again. And that's no lie. I would do anything. That's one thing, though. The vision. That's a good one. It's a way to start off. Secondly, my left arm. Okay, I don't have full coordination in my left arm. So you might think, okay, well, that's not that bad. Okay. So let's just say I'm gonna use an example. When I walk into work in the morning, okay, I have my coffee, my tea. I don't drink coffee, green tea. If you want to, it's a natural fat burner. Drink green tea. It's, come on, just healthy. Drink it anyway. I cannot walk with a cup of tea in my left hand because it bounces. The lack of coordination doesn't allow my arm to just stay completely still. Like when I'm walking, and it's constantly shaking. So fucking tea goes everywhere. I get third-degree burns, ruins my morning, and then it ruins everybody else's morning. All right, so there you go. And then I have a walking problem. Okay, I have to focus so ridiculously hard on walking that I can't even carry conversation with somebody when I am walking. Can you imagine that? I can't turn to my right and talk to this guy right here because I'm so worried about losing my balance. Right? Those are just three things. Okay, and that really should describe why I'm not fucking all right. Again, I'm sorry for cursing, whatever, but I'm not all right. That's not a question that I like to be asked. It was over the past couple of weeks where I'm really feeling as if these three words kind of set me off. All right, it's something that I dislike, because another thing is when someone asks me if I'm all right, and I lie, I just say, yeah, I'm fine. Then I become consumed in my own thoughts. I start overthinking, and I start, thinking no, I'm not actually all right, and I wish I could speak out. I wish I can talk. I wish I can let them know that, listen, I'm really not all right. This actually leads me to my next thing, and I really didn't plan on, talking about this because it's extremely private for me, and it's just extremely difficult. But over the past couple weeks, I'd mentioned that I had to step away from a few of my priorities. I was dealing with some personal issues, and one of those issues is that I'm dealing with a lot of mental health things. I don't know exactly what it is. I wasn't diagnosed with anything, but I'm obviously having trouble elaborating and explaining the emotions that I have that are going on in my head. And I've been reading up on a lot of different, men's health facts, because I'm pretty sure it's Men's Health Week or month. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this. But yeah, it's men's whatever. And I've been reading different statistics about, how to properly, diagnose men's health. You have your men and your women, and it seems that women are much more, active in speaking up about the emotions they have. I mean, I don't want to sound like sexist. I'm not sexist or anything, but I feel like it's pretty obvious. Girls love to chit chat. I'm sorry, but it's said that guys tend to hide their emotions, and it's something I've become extremely, extremely good at. Is I just do not speak about what's on my mind, and I've just become so used to it that these thoughts are starting to become extremely overwhelming, and it's causing anxiety. It's causing these I don't know how to explain it. These thoughts overrun my mind, and it becomes increasingly difficult for me to stay consistent and disciplined in something that's so positive, but my mind is so filled with the negative thoughts that it's kind of like a double-edged sword almost. It just doesn't work. So I've actually seeked help. I'm actually going to start going through to a therapist. I'm going to start speaking and letting a lot of this shit out because, it may seem that, I'm all right. It may seem I tend to, stay pretty active because I feel as if, a busy mind is an active mind. You don't leave time for, overwhelming thoughts, negative thoughts. And it's something that it's still new to me. I'm not quite, comfortable with it just yet, but I've become pretty comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's something I absolutely encourage a lot of you guys to approach this with the same mindset. Uncomfortability is going to open up doors for you that you didn't know were possible. You didn't know were existed. And this is something I hope, this helps me out down the road, because I'm opening up this door of uncomfortability and sharing these emotions that I didn't think I would ever share with another human being. And I'm pretty excited for it, although I'm slightly nervous because this fucking guy's gonna think I'm a psychopath. but yeah, I'm really looking forward to sharing these thoughts with this guy and getting some feedback, figuring out how I could properly progress forward, and continue doing this podcast and work, anything that can keep me on the right track. Keeping a positive mindset is something I'm always going to strive for. And it's a big reason why I have this podcast. I want to, it's kind of hypocritical because I'm spreading this positivity and I'm dealing with such negative shit. But I just want to make it known that everyone's going to go through something, whether it's small, big, large, small, whatever. People go through some shit, some life-altering shit, and it's ultimately on how you respond that's really going to define your true character. And this is what I'm doing. I think this is going to put me on the right track, and I'm really glad that I'm doing this. But I want to quickly swing back to the "Are you all right?" words. Okay, everyone's got this little trigger thing, this little pressure point that really sets them off. And I would have to say that these fucking 3 words really, really freak me out. I really dislike it. Okay, so listen, if you ever see me, I had fucking brain surgery. Okay, it's no mystery. I had surgery. I still have to deal with some shit. That's fine. Don't ask me if I'm alright, because I'm not. So I'm not even sure how long this fucking episode was. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't even know what the hell I just spoke about. Okay, I'm completely shot. Memory's gone, but I'm very, very grateful to be sitting back here. I feel like this is a good place for me to to let it all out. And I hope somebody's listening that's that's really, taking all this information in and understanding that there's different ways of approaching shit. I have my own ways. Somebody else might have their own ways. Unfortunately, however you may see it, this is my way, and I'm extremely, extremely happy that I'm finally able to sit back down. This is some good shit. I'm very happy to be back here, even though, again, no idea how long or what the hell this podcast was supposed to be about. I just knew I wanted to sit down. I wanted to get some shit out. I wanted to speak. Maybe somebody's got some, listen, find me on my Instagram at John Orsino. Shoot me a message. I also actually have the Unpredictable Pod Instagram also. You can shoot me a message on there. I post little clips here and there. I'm going to start posting different stuff. Basically, whatever the hell I want. That's something I've been thinking about the past couple weeks, is that this is no longer going to be some type of scheduled shit where it's like I'm so, overwhelmed with pleasing all of you, all the listeners. I got to post at 8 o'clock on Monday. Bullshit. That's not going to happen anymore. I'm going to sit in this chair. I'm going to do this, speak in this microphone when I want to. I'm going to post what I want, and I'm not sounding like, an asshole here. I'm not trying to be the asshole. I'm not trying to sound ignorant, but I'm more focused on what is going to make me happy and what's going to satisfy me, and whoever my audience is okay with that, then here we go. This is going to be one hell of a ride. I'm excited for the nonsense I'm going to spit in this microphone right here. But anyway, listen, if you enjoy this, if you're interested in more stuff I have to speak about, give me a follow. Again, shoot me a message. Give me some content. I don't know. What do you want me to speak about? Do you want me to do something specifically? Do you want me to share something? Who knows, okay? So please, tell your family, tell your friends, tell their family, tell their friends. Spread the word of Unpredictable. I want everybody to hear this, whether you like it or not. Let's get the word out, all right? Everybody, please remember, it is always, always a good day to have a good day. Stay grateful, people.